Basketball fans, welcome back. So CP3's career has been good. I can say the fact that he's not won a championship is something that is sad. But he made the NBA Finals in 2021, and in this video, I'll be talking about the five best destination for Chris Paul to end his career next year. So CP3 is up there in age, and because of his veteran presence, he's always finds a spot in NBA rosters, and he has been one of those guys who have revolutionized the point guard position. I know a lot of people will say Stephen Curry is the guy that revolutionized the point guard position by introducing the 3 point shot, but I can also make the argument that CP3 is one of those guys that is the true traditional point guard, a pass fast point guard, floor general. I can even say facilitator, somebody who has all the you know all the knowledge and how to run the point. And in every team that CP3 goes, there's that thing called the CP3 effect. Because when you look at CP3's time with OKC, I can pick OKC because he got traded from Houston, and he was the guy that mentored Shea Gilgis Alexander. So currently, Shea Gilgis Alexander is on a tear in the league, and he is even in the MVP race. I can even say he is slated to win that MVP if all things considered, because he's leading the charge in one of the best teams in the Western Conference with that first seed. So Shea Gildas Alexander, he learned so much when CP3 was there, and those were the formative years that gave us the Shea Gildas Alexander that we're seeing now. So you can see CP3 had an impact there. Then you saw Devin Booker when CP3 was with the Suns. He did spectacular things in the Suns, and he was able to unlock players. His ability to be able to maintain and unlock players has been undeniable. So CP3 is one of the all-time great point guards. As he approaches free agency, possibly for the last time, there's a list of final destinations that he can finish off his career. Right now, he's playing for the Spurs, and as at the tail end of his career, he's going to be mentoring De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. So he's been able to unlock Victor Wembanyama, and also with CP3's time with Golden State, he was able to unlock Jonathan Kaminga. So it was great to see him, but it was kind of weird seeing CP3 in that Golden State uniform. So it was crazy. So CP3 is staring down the last chapter of his legendary career, now 39 and only weeks away from turning 40. The future Hall of Famer is set to hit free agency in the summer, and his $10.46 million contract with the San Antonio Spurs expires. So CP3 is still capable of orchestrating an offense and providing valuable leadership as a role player with his 8.9 points, 7.9 assists per game in the 2024-2025 season. The window for him to win that championship is closing very fast. So the closest we saw CP3 getting to the championship games, especially in the finals of 2021 against Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, but he got beat in 6 games. So at that time, I was rooting for Milwaukee because I really wanted to see Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks win it. But hey, CP3's window is closing very fast. He's been close to those moments, especially the Houston Rockets in 2018. I remember I was following 2018 because he pushed the Warriors to their limit, and I mean it was sad because he went down with like an injury in Game 5, so it was so sad to see them lose at home. They had the best record in 2018 with 67 wins with James Harden's MVP year. So at this stage, Paul's priorities should be clear. First, he should find the right contender where his passing, basketball IQ, and veteran experience can make an impact. So he may not be the floor general who once dominated in his prime, but on the right team, he could be the missing piece that helps them push them over the top, especially the veteran presence. So with that in mind, there are a couple of destinations that we're going to talk about. First off, we're going to start with the New York Knicks. So if the New York Knicks fall short of a championship this season, CP3 could be the perfect addition to push them over the top. Jalen Brunson is one of the best point guards in the league, averaging 26.3 points and 7.4 assists. But the Knicks lack a true backup floor general who can run the offense and maintain control when Brunson is off the floor. So CP3's ability to create high quality shots, manage tempo, and keep turnovers low will be a significant asset, especially in the postseason where every possession matters. So his leadership and basketball IQ would also be invaluable to a team that has thrived under coach Tom Thibodeau. So Paul's presence would also complement the Knicks' offensive structure, particularly with Karl Anthony Towns in the mix. And you can even see if he joins the Knicks, he can be able to unlock Karl Anthony Towns more and find so many good looks for Karl Anthony Towns inside because Kat, the big meow, has been one of those guys who has been very consistent on the three ball. But if CP3 is there, he's going to be able to unlock his inside game to a level we've never seen before. I can even say CP3 elevated Clint Capella that way. So, yeah, I mean, CP3 is that guy. So Towns thrives with playmakers who can get him easy looks, and Paul remains one of the best in the league at setting up big men for high percentage shots. So he may not be a scorer he once was, but his mid range game is still deadly, and he can create easy opportunities for the Knicks' wings and shooters, such as Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. So additionally, Chris Paul fits the Knicks' current mentality and stockpiling experience, high IQ players who elevate the team's overall execution. So, if the Knicks are serious about making a championship push next year, adding Paul as a veteran leader who can provide critical playoff minutes behind Brunson will make a lot of sense. And I can even have a tendency to agree because this is just a guy that is once in a generation, and a lot of times I call him the point guard because of how good he is, and he's somebody who just knows how to make the right play. Then the next destination, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. So Chris Paul and LeBron James have been close friends for decades, yet they've never teamed up in the NBA. So that could change in 2025 if Paul decides that one last ride in the Los Angeles Lakers is the best path for his first ring. And also, you can even see LeBron wants to get a last championship to get to that, fifth ring, fifth championship. But it is what it is. So while Los Angeles already have multiple ball handlers, Paul could provide an essential stabilizing force to a team that has been plagued by consistency in the half-court offense. So his ability to control pace, orchestrate the good offense, and create easy looks for LeBron James, who's currently averaging 25 points and 9 assists per game, and Luka Doncic, who's averaging 27 points and 8 assists per game, will give the Lakers another dimension where they are handling playmaking duties. Especially when you give it to CP3, he can be able to even mentor a guy like Luka Doncic and add more knowledge. And it's something that is very essential. So a move to the Lakers will also allow Paul to step into a new role where he doesn't need to carry the load every single night. So the Lakers have emphasized keeping LeBron fresh for the playoffs, and Paul could serve um, a, a similar purpose. A move to the Lakers will allow Paul to step into a new role where he doesn't need to carry the load every night. The Lakers have emphasized keeping LeBron fresh for the playoffs, and Paul could serve a similar purpose, providing valuable minutes throughout the regular season while conserving energy for critical postseason moments. So Chris Paul could slot into lineups with LeBron and Doncic, helping to keep the offense fluid and disciplined while also creating open shots for the Los Angeles Lakers role players. So additionally, the Lakers have always valued veteran leadership, and few players command as much respect in the locker room like Chris Paul. So CP3 is that guy. And while Chris Paul may not be a 30-minute per game player anymore, Paul can still be an incredible and efficient closer, knocking down cloud shots and keeping the Lakers offense organized in high pressure moments because he's been there and he's done that. So if Paul wants to finally team up with LeBron and chase one last ring in Hollywood, this could be his best shot. So we've talked about him joining the New York Knicks and the Lakers. And now we're going to be talking about him going back to the LA Clippers. So CP3 has done wonders with the LA Clippers, but the one thing that he couldn't do is win a championship. But the thing that makes me remember CP3's run with the LA Clippers of the Lob City era, where he was just unlocking DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin. So CP3's first stint with the Los Angeles Clippers turned the franchise into a legitimate contender, but he never got the chance to get the job done. So a return to Los Angeles will bring his career full circle, allowing him to go back to the team he once was and he once uh, created that culture of contending. But unfortunately, the Clippers were not able to do it. So the Clippers could still be in search for the right balance of playmaking and scoring with James Harden, who is currently averaging 22 points and 8 assists per game, running the point, and CP3 could help manage those duties while ensuring Kawhi Leonard, who is averaging 18.6 points, and Norman Powell, who's averaging 24 points per game. Actually, the man has been balling out, getting the best possible shots in the offensive set. So, one of the biggest reasons the Clippers should consider bringing back Chris Paul is the need for a steady hand in the postseason. So the team has dealt with injuries and inconsistency in the past playoff runs, and Paul's presence could be a major stabilizing force when the stakes are the highest. So he will need to carry the scoring load, but he could give the Clippers another high IQ playmaker who knows how to control the tempo and exploit mismatches. So with Leonard and Harden thriving as off-ball scorers, Paul's ability to set them up with easy buckets will be a major asset. So you can see the thing that has been plaguing the Clippers is getting a good point guard, and that's the reason as to you can see James Harden is there. And when the moment even James Harden came in, it was a tough situation because he at some point there was James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. So it was kind of hectic, but now at least Paul George is gone. The next team up, it's the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Milwaukee Bucks already have an elite point guard in Damian Lillard, who's averaging 25.3 points and 7.1 assists per game. But adding CP3 will give them another trusted veteran who can help manage the offense and provide additional leadership. So Chris Paul could serve as a backup to Lillard, ensuring that Milwaukee's offense never skips a beat when Dame is off the floor. Because there's that whole situation where you have a very good point guard, but when he's off the floor and he's taking like some rest and another, point guard is put there, you can see the on and offs are crazy. So CP3 can be able to offset that. And given the fact that CP3 is not going to be demanding like north of like 25 million, the the teams that are even involved here can just sign CP3 to a mid-level exception. More importantly, CP3 could also share the court with Damian Lillard, providing a dual playmaker setup that could keep defenses guessing and take some pressure off Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis has been averaging 30.7 points and 5.9 assists per game. One of Milwaukee's biggest issue in past playoff runs has been stagnant half-court offense, especially when defenses load up on Giannis. So Giannis really has evolved throughout the years. But earlier on in 2019, you could see his half-court offense was not the best. And teams have been able to understand how to guard Giannis. And given a guy like CP3 who can be able to slow the game down and be able to use very creative plays, especially at the half court, will unlock another aspect in the Milwaukee Bucks. So Paul's ability to manipulate defenses and create efficient scoring opportunities will be a major boost. His pick and roll game will be lethal alongside Giannis and Brook Lopez, and he could set up shooters like Kyle Kuzma for clean shots and from beyond the arc as well. So from a leadership standpoint, Paul will fit right into the Bucks veteran heavy roster. So Milwaukee is now in win now mode, and having another experienced high IQ player who can be able to see the bump and grind and be part of deep playoff battles will increase the chances. So if CP3 is willing to take a secondary role for the sake of winning, Milwaukee might just be the best place for him to chase that elusive ring. So it will be kind of interesting to see CP3 in a Milwaukee jersey, considering the fact that in 2021, the same Milwaukee Bucks beat CP3 in the finals. So, man, it's crazy, man. But last but not least, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Minnesota Timberwolves, we've seen Anthony Edwards rise to superstardom, where he's averaging 27 points and has widened the Minnesota Timberwolves status as a contender, but they just need a few pieces. So the biggest and most unfortunate thing that happened to the Minnesota Timberwolves is them trading away Carl Anthony Towns after making the West Finals. So that was crazy, and it caught me off guard. So arguably, their biggest question mark remains at the point guard position. So Mike Conley has been steady, but at 37 years of age, he's not getting any younger, and his productivity has dipped steadily every single season. So even Mike Conley being younger than CP3, I'm not saying younger, they're just like 3 years apart. His productivity is not close to what a CP3 can provide. So the Minnesota Timberwolves drafted Rob Dillingham, who has a ton of potential, but isn't ready to lead a championship caliber team yet. Enter CP3, a veteran point guard who will come in, stabilize the offense, and provide the leadership needed to help the team reach the next level. So Paul's ability to run the pick and roll has been very essential. And with Rudy Gobert, this will be a game changer for Minnesota. So Gobert has never had an elite playmaker set him up consistently, and Paul excels at getting big men easy buckets. Additionally, CP3's presence will allow Anthony Edwards to play more off ball, where he thrives as a scorer and a slasher. So he'd also be a great fit alongside Julius Randle, who needs a point guard who can get him the ball in his spots. So with Paul's ability to manage the offense, Minnesota's young stars will to focus on what they do best. So the Timberwolves have the talent, but they lack the deep playoff experience. You can even see, even last year, you got beat in 5 games by the Dallas Mavericks, which is something I never expected. I expected that series to at least go 7 games. And them lacking like an elite point guard who is a veteran and who understands how to play efficient basketball is something that's lacking. And you can see CP3 brings that. And that's just about it. So those are 5 teams that realistically CP3 can go to, and he can still be a productive guy, and he can also, get that ring before he retires. But CP3 has had a very good career. I've been following this guy for years now, and I can say he's one of my favorite players. And his ability to orchestrate the offense and build the players around him and make other players better is something that is very commendable. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section down below what you think about this. I mean, I've enjoyed CP3's career throughout, and he's one of those guys who I like playing when I'm playing with the Clippers in the NBA 2K13 and 12. So this is what it is. So like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.